let's look around.
My healing space. I have a lot of different symbols, really of just symbols of spirituality to me. So a lot of people come in here and think I'm Buddhist, and I'm not actually any religion, and I'm all religions all at the same time. So, but I like the energy of the Eastern cultures, and so I have a lot of Buddhist and Thai energy in the space. My parents got these when I was 4 in the Philippines, and so they're really symbolic to me of kind of the direction that I was going to go, even when I didn't know I was going that direction. I have a lot of people ask me why my Buddha is sideways, and he didn't like to be straight. He liked to be angled and a little off, so I think that's a little of the quirkiness that I like too, that playfulness. So this is where I see my clients. I do my work. I'm a Reiki master, so I do energy work with people. We have a massage therapist that's here throughout the week, and so she does her wonderful massages. I get one every week, and I'm so grateful for that. So she does her massages in here. How the store stuff actually got created was when I very first started, 10 plus years ago. When I was teaching my classes, I would suggest, oh, you guys ought to get the, Healing with the Angels book or the You Can Heal Your Life book, and people would be like, I can't find them. Borders doesn't have any, which was true because they'd have like maybe one in the New Age section back then. So I started by just ordering some of those things to be able to offer to my clients, and then it just evolved into, oh, well, let's use some crystals. Oh, well, where do you get the crystals from? So then I'd start getting some crystals. So when I was teaching, before I had a healing center, I was teaching out of my living room. I had a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old, and then there I was, or a 1-year-old, and there I was with my table full of things that people, were wanting. And so it evolved into having tools that I use. So I don't bring stuff in here that I don't have either in my own home or that I don't vibrate to, because I'm not so much interested in selling to sell. I'm actually interested in selling to actually support people's spiritual journeys. So, we do, I've got all my different meditation CDs and salt lamps and sage and stones and books and essential oils and incense and just the tools that help us to, whether it's to ground ourselves or whether it's to open up or feel safe or secure, develop your intuition, cards and things like that. So that's how the little shop got developed. It evolved.
Yeah.
We're always evolving. Always evolving. Where I teach my classes, as I was saying, we have our microphones for the online classes, and we can fit, usually we have about 20 to 30 people in class, and then we vary with the online classes depending on the class, and so 20 to 30 people fit in here really comfortably. We've had up to 125, and that was not so comfortable. We had people outside too, because we have a speaker system, so I just taught in here and people could hear me out there, so that's what we did. And so outside we created a labyrinth. My husband designed it because I tried and couldn't, and so he designed it, and it's a typical labyrinth. The purpose of a labyrinth is it's a meditative device. So a lot of people will call it a maze, and a maze has dead ends, and a labyrinth has no dead ends. So actually the path that you begin in is actually the place that you will end up. You go to the center, and then you come back along the same path. And the idea of the labyrinth is that it's a journey within. And so you will begin, you will set an intention of maybe a question that you have or wanting to open up to some new information or guidance. And as you walk the labyrinth, the idea is that you are pondering your question, let's say, and when you get to the center is the receiving aspect. So that's where you're going to receive the guidance, or receive the answer, receive, even if you're not aware of it, the reception comes in. And then as you walk out, the awareness of the steps that need to be taken for that particular situation. And that's one way that people will walk labyrinths, with the intention of gaining an answer or a resolve to a situation. The other thing that happens is the energy of the circles and the coming back and forth really is kind of for me, a reminder of that infinite coming and going, and always the flow of life. And so I don't usually go in with a specific question. I just go in to ground myself and to be in peace. And I love the center of the labyrinth. If I'm having a challenging time or I'm struggling in some area, oftentimes I'll walk to the center, and when it's warm, I'll just sit in the center and just absorb the energy until I feel complete in whatever that is for that particular time. So we have people that come and walk the labyrinth. We do moon ceremonies every month here, and we use the labyrinth as a medicine wheel in that case. And we also have a sweat lodge, which is we have had several sweats here, and we've had a timeout because of the challenges around sweat lodges, but we've had some really awesome, powerful sweats here as well. And sometimes people just come out and absorb the energy and connect with Mother Nature and get themselves grounded. So we tried to make it, a space that just feels kind of like the inside feels. There's a feeling to it, and just feels calming and settling, and allows you to kind of be safe. And that was the greatest intention with everyone that was helping us as we worked on this, was really to create a safe space for people to explore themselves and find those answers within themselves. So I do love it when people come in, because they'll say, "Oh, this energy feels so nice," and you're like, "Yeah." This little Buddha right here actually is a fountain. So during the spring and summer and fall months, we'll have that on, and the water just moves over the Buddha's face.
That,
And
I
provides
love
some more
that.
tranquility. I know.
Oh,
That was a gem show
purchase?
Uh-huh.